On May 9th, my daughter is getting First Communion. And she recently asked me, she's preparing for this. She's getting the preparation that comes with it. And she asked me, Daddy, is there a devil? Is there Satan? And
tell her yes.
Okay.
Man made him up.
And that is actually how with all the training that I've gotten through the Abraham teachings, that's the inside the Vortex answer. And I'm just wanting to resolve.
Well, you have a problem here, because what you're saying is, from inside the vortex, I can give her the answer. But it's not the answer that those outside the vortex want her to know.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because outside the vortex, you need plenty of threats in order to control people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the devil is really a good one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because there's no proof till after you die.
Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of this.
So when she says, Daddy, is there a devil? Here's what we would say.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard tell that there is. But I've come to believe that it's a figment of man's imagination. Because, don't tell anyone, but I've broken rules that should have riled him, and nothing happened. Say, I think that God or source is so much more powerful that I don't think anything would ever dissuade you from that. So I don't think, sweet girl, it's anything you need to ever worry about again.
So it goes in line with, is there a Santa Claus?
Well, now, yes, there certainly is that, yes.
She's asking that question too, so I think those are tougher to answer.
It's interesting that you bring that up, because they are identical in nature. In other words, they are things that man has conjured in order to exercise some control. Now, many would say, well, Santa is really a happy thing for my child. And we say, maybe.
So
what you want to teach your child is alignment. That's something they can always believe in. And every other thing is really far, 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 far down on the list of priorities.
Yes, it's interesting, though, that she would ask that question. Is there a Satan or a devil, as opposed to, infinite love and
It's
blah,
because
blah, blah.
that's the part she can feel is bogus. When she hears about that, she feels the offness of it. Esther remembers to this day, she was sitting on the steps of the front porch of her childhood home with the boy who lived next door. And her father came home, and Esther doesn't remember how old she was, but Vandy said to Esther's father, Mr. Weaver, will you please tell your daughter that there is no Santa Claus? And when Esther saw the look on her father's face, she knew. He was caught off guard, didn't know what to do. And then her father didn't say anything, but Esther knew that was for sure. And then Esther spent years convincing her little sister that it was true, because she wanted Santa to keep coming. And she knew as long as someone believed that he would keep showing up, you see. So your daughter says, is there a Santa Claus? Is that what she's asking?
She's at that point where did you put that in my stocking, or did you put that in the tree, or was that Santa? I'm still doing that. Yeah, it was Santa.
So here's what we would say. We would say, when you come into alignment with who you really are and what you really want, the fairies of the universe, that's worse than Santa. The fairies of the universe orchestrate all kinds of circumstances and events that are so close to inexplainable. Sometimes the well-being that comes to you is directly related to me. I am the vortex through which it comes to you, through which you summon it. But there is so much more well-being that is flowing to you that is outside of anything that I have anything to do with. So, sweetheart, I believe in the flow of goodness to you. And whether you want to call it source, or whether you want to call it Santa, or whether you want to call it me being an orchestrator of some of it, well-being will always flow to you. And that's the entrapment that people feel. They want their children to believe in goodness so much that they orchestrate things that aren't accurate, and then when their children find out that that wasn't true, then they lose their belief in the whole of it. And so what you're reaching for here is, how can I help my child believe in the flow of goodness that I know is coming to her without being deceptive in the process? And we say, by stepping back into the general understanding, by stepping back into what you really know. I know these things, say to her often. I know the value and goodness of that which is you. And I know that well-being is eternally flowing to you. And I know that your life will continue to unfold in wonderful ways. And I expect you to feel good all of the days of your life. And I know that you are the creator of your own experience, and that you have a powerful mind that you can focus into alignment with that which is source. And you can trust the way you feel. And when you think a thought that feels off, it's off. Because something that doesn't feel good means you've found a thought that is not in harmony with that which is source. And at an early age, this one is going to come to you and say, Dad, I'm hearing things at church that feel off to me. Are they really off? And you will stand in all of your knowing and you will say, I promise you, if it feels off to you, it's off. As you stand firm on helping this child come into vibrational alignment with her own guidance, you will be fulfilling your promise to her, you see.
Thank you very much.